All right, guys. Stream starts at 9. Stream starts at 9. So just give me a second. I'm going to share my links. We're going to be looking at AUD USD, AUD Swiss franc, GBP USD, GBP Swiss franc, NZD USD, NZD Swiss franc. Probably take a look at the cryptos too, and then look at some fundamentals. So everybody get settled in, relax. I'm going to share the links so people can hop on. All right, give me one more second. Just sharing the links. Taking me a minute. All right, just sharing my links, guys. Please be patient with me. Stream starts at 9. Stream starts at 9. Nobody in the chat. I see one person online. Stream starts at 9. Stream starts at 9. Every Friday, we do weekly live analysis. Stream starts at 9 a.m. and we're taking entries. Educational alerts, that's what ForexFreeClub provides. So tune in every week. We'll analyze the market together in a professional manner, and you'll be able to practice your trades on a demo account, preferably. But if you are funding a live account, understand that trading any asset class does have risk. So please make sure you define your risk and you do your risk analysis on each trade, each position that you take. Almost done sharing my links, so make sure to tune in every week on TradingView. So I'm doing this analysis on TradingView. Stream starts in 10 minutes. I'm just gonna go through my charts and look at what entries we got lining up. So comment in the chat what city you're from. If you're watching the replay, comment in the chat what city you're from. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. Just gonna scroll through. You know what? Let me take this off completely. We don't need that. Matter of fact, let's change this to fundamentals. Cool. $10 minutes. Let me. Stream starts in less than 10 minutes, guys. Just be patient. We're going to be on for a little while, hopefully an hour. But if you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Any questions, drop them in the chat. I'll make sure to reach back out to you. So I'm gonna just look at my phone app. I'll try to look for some entries. I'm about to just take some trades real quick. Please be patient with me. Stream starts in less than 10 minutes. All right, taking my entries now. Stream starts in 5. All right, so that's done. Taking my entries, guys. Please, if you're taking entries, I'm gonna go through the analysis right now. So I'm looking at AUD USD for the buy from right now. This is, a trade signal for educational purposes only. Please make sure you analyze the risk on your own account. If you decide to take the trade, make sure you protect your profits. All right. So as we can see, we've been in a weekly uptrend. We pulled back from these highs. Now I'm looking for price to continue higher, targeting these highs at least, if not higher. So that's my bias on AU. Let's look at AUD Swiss franc. So same thing, bullish trend, broke structure down here. These will be the highs to look for, but ultimately my bias is for the long term. So I'm trading the higher time frame for more of a long-term perspective. So this is a higher time frame analysis. Please understand that I'm position trading at this point. I don't necessarily scalp the market at all or do intraday trades. That's why I only have my analysis on Fridays. So tune in every week. All right, so we got GU for the buy. Even though it broke the trend line, we're still at a demand zone right here. So you can see the demand. I'll draw it in for people who are beginners. All right, so that's the trade idea right there. Okay. Then GU, same thing. We're sitting in the demand zone right here. So even though we're below the zone, actually, let me unlock this. I'm gonna do this right here. So that's really the zone. So yeah, we're looking for buys off this zone, taking it to these highs. But like I said, long term, I'm looking for it to keep going. NZD USD, another demand zone right here off the weekly. Same thing, long term, looking for the high. We have a little bit of bearish divergence right here, but as you can see, it's creating a higher high, so market structure is still being respected. And don't worry, we're going to go back through all the pairs after we do our fundamental analysis and look at the crypto market as well. So this is really the demand zone in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the wicks. So yeah, we're taking entries from now, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Everybody be ready to enter at 9 a.m. I'll be starting the stream early at 8:30, around 8:30, just to give everybody time to hop on. But you should be trying to enter the market right now, and make sure you protect your profits appropriately. All right, so just to go back through everything, we're not in demand on this one, but we're respecting structure, so I'm looking for price to continue. We're technically in a demand in this one, but because we're not broken above it and pulling back, I'm just going to use the wicks. So these wicks right here would be the demand for me. And then, like I said, GU, we got a demand that hasn't been broken, so we're going to see if it gets respected. GP Swiss franc, same thing, has a demand that hasn't been broken, so we'll see if it's going to be respected. SED USD, same thing, demand zone has not been disrespected at this point. And same thing with NZD Swiss franc. So those 6 pairs are the pairs that I trade on my prop firm account. I'm still taking the challenge, but I'll give you guys updates every week how I'm doing on my challenge, as well as when you follow these when you follow my channel, you'll basically be like taking the same positions as me. So just use them as an opportunity to learn. Don't try to force yourself to get rich overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You have to take the time to learn the process and make sure that you're improving your skills every day. All right, so real quick, just to look at the correlation. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit. So we'll start from AU, and maybe I need to get rid of this one. Yeah, cool. So that's a little bit better of a layout. So we're looking at Euro AUD for the anti-correlation. So basically, this pair goes against goes against the bias. So we use this as confirmation. Give me 1 second. I don't know why this is not showing here. All right. Well, for some reason, this isn't working for me. So I'm gonna take these off and maybe see if these will work. Nope. All right. Well, I guess correlation is not happening right now. So we'll definitely be focusing on the divergence. Let's just make this one screen. There we go. So we'll focus on the divergences. All right. So as you can see here, we had a bearish divergence. We did create a higher high, but then here we created a higher high that broke structure here. So from this point here, we had a confirmed lower high. So that's what started this bearish trend. But currently now, after this low, we're breaking, well, we're looking to break this market structure lower high. And from there, we're looking to take it up and possibly clear the liquidity above these highs. So that's my higher time frame perspective. We did have some bullish divergence here, which were indicators that price was going to turn around. But using my MACD, I'm able to determine, when I could possibly get back in for with price, creating a new trend. So here we had the sell, here we had the buy, and we had multiple opportunities to hop in for continuations here as well for the sell, which is good. If you guys want to learn more about the indicator, definitely message me on TradingView. I'll let you know how you can find this indicator as well as how to trade it. So it's pretty simple, but if you have any questions, just know that I'm here. So for AUD USD, we got our signal here, and we're just looking to get in for the trend continuation. So pretty much we'll run through each of the pairs looking for divergences, just so that we could keep track of that from week to week. So we had a bullish divergence here, and then price created a higher low and rallied up, broke these highs, but was not able to maintain the new premium pricing. So we came back down for a discount, and now we're looking to use this discounted price to rally and see if we'll clear the liquidity above these previous highs. All right, so here we have divergence 1, 2. We weren't able to create any buying momentum off of it, but we came down lower, basically like a stop hunt, got discounted pricing, broke market structure here, and we're looking to see if we'll keep rallying up. I don't see price coming back down to here, so it's more than likely that this pullback candle is just the banks placing their orders in this order block, and then they're gonna push the market up higher. All right, so we have some divergence here. Same thing, wasn't really respected, but we created new lows. Now we're changing the trend slightly in consolidation. The GBP Swiss franc has been acting a little weird, but essentially it's the same thing as GBP USD. GBP USD is reacting off of demand zone on the weekly, and so is GBP Swiss franc. So NZD USD, we got divergence from here to here, which failed to hold. So we got this new low, this new discounted price, looking to take it up. We got some bearish divergence, like I explained earlier, but since price is still making new highs, I'd rather take the market structure bias versus the indicator bias, because the indicator can be wrong. Always be aware of that. The indicator is just, taking account of the average price and basically giving you opportunities to identify when you could potentially enter the market. But ultimately, you need to know how to read the market and understand what the candlesticks are doing. If you guys have any questions about, how to read market structure, candlestick patterns, which I don't really use candlestick patterns, but I do understand the concepts behind them. So I'm able to understand that a doji candle is indecision. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to sell or buy. We would have to wait to see how price confirms the movement up. So this could have been a potential buy entry here for off a candlestick pattern. But like I said, I don't really use candlestick patterns too much. I mostly use supply and demand. So I know that this is a demand zone that was created because we broke this previous high. And now we came back to retest it. And now I'm looking to take it up. All right. Same thing here. Not really any divergent signals we need to be worried about. Pretty much the divergence would just, let you be aware that the trend could possibly change, but it doesn't mean that it's going to hold, as you've seen in other examples. So just be mindful that, divergence is just a signal. It's not, an entry signal. It's just a signal. All right. So Bitcoin officially broke bearish market structure here for me. And it looks like we're retesting this order block here. Possibly it could come back lower, but this order block was such a big move down that I believe the banks have a lot of entries right here. So I would possibly wait to see if price would come back to this level right here, and see how it reacts. And then we could take it up. Same thing with Ethereum. This order block here looks like it's holding. We did react from this order block as a demand. So this was our official demand that started this reaction. In terms of entries, it looks like we're at the perfect entry right now on Ethereum. If this, order block holds, it could possibly go lower, but, you just have to wait and see how price reacts. All right, so on SPX, we have bullish divergence from here to here. We haven't officially broken bearish structure. Well, technically we have. So this was the last low. This was the last push down that created this discounted pricing. So we've been climbing up steadily ever since. We broke this high, previous swing high with these past 2 week candles. Well, past 3 weeks to a month. So this is technically our order block that we're looking for, but it's possible that price could just pull back on this candle and then reverse on the next candle. So always be mindful of that. It's very hard in a uptrend to find more than 2 candles consecutively going against the trend. So just be mindful of that. Like for example, here we were in the downtrend and we have 2 full candles, and then the next candle is a doji, which is indecision, and then we continue to break these lows. So just make sure you're mindful of that. I don't really trade counter trend, because the moves don't last. And as you can see, the momentum was to the downside the whole time because every candle has a long wick. So with this candle right here is telling me the momentum is to the upside, but they're forcing price back down to get more discounted pricing. So this would have been a great place to enter. But unfortunately, I wasn't watching my charts at that time. It's the end of December. A lot of people aren't trading during that time, but the end of the year, we'll see what happens next year. All right, NASDAQ, we had divergence here. Good. We were able to respect this low. So this is an order block demand. And then we pushed up, broke this market structure low. So officially, our bias is now bullish. We are currently at these highs. So it will be interesting to see if we respect these highs or not. But, knowing how trends are, I would say the next candle will be bullish and we'll break this high and target this next lower high for liquidity. So I'm definitely looking to enter on NASDAQ today as well. I don't know. I don't really trade NASDAQ, but it looks like a good entry. So, you can check it out. US 30, I don't trade at all. So I'm going to take that off my chart. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we're looking at the bonds. Be mindful. I don't really know too much about the bonds, but I just want to, start to understand them a little bit better with my fundamental bias. So mostly my bias comes from correlation. So I do trade other pairs that are, anti-correlation to these pairs. You guys probably saw them below, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get that part to work for today. So we'll just take a look at the bonds. I'm not really going to make any comments just because I'm still learning. So I just want to watch it and see how it reacts as I'm taking my entries. All right, we got some bearish divergence here. Wasn't able to hold. These are 10-year bonds. All right, so look at some futures and indices for fundamental bias. So on the AUD, it looks like we had a pullback, and it looks like this next candle is starting to look a little bit bullish. So possibly the Australian futures will be bullish. I believe these are Australian index. So same situation, pullback, and looking like we're getting ready to continue higher. So it's Australian index. GBP futures looking pretty much the same, respecting demand. It's almost looking like the same chart that we looked at for GBP USD. This demand is holding, and it looks like we just pulled back to the demand, and we're looking to continue. We do have bearish divergence, but like I said before, we broke in high, so it's very likely that this divergence signal is going to be disrespected. So this is the British index, and it almost looks like the exact same chart as the futures. So we'll pretty much leave it at that. All right, so this is New Zealand futures. Same thing as GBP. We're in the demand zone, pull back to it, looking to take prices higher. Structurally, we're bullish, even though we have this divergence signal. Same setup as the other ones. Same setup as the other ones. So basically the same chart as the futures is New Zealand index. And then Euro, I'm just going to quickly look at. I don't really pay attention to the Euro index and futures too much, but I just want to make sure I'm looking at them. CAD futures, I just want to make sure I'm looking at it. It's looking pretty bearish, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this is Swiss franc futures looking really bullish. So we'll see how that goes. And then Japanese yen futures, it's looking bullish now, but it's possible we can sell down. We'll see how it goes. We got bullish divergence signal here for the past, like, how many months is that? April to October. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'll run through the basket one more time. Like I said, we entered at 9 o'clock. So anything that happens for the rest of the next 2 weeks, or 2 weeks rather, we will be able to get an update and see how these positions are going. So check back in next week for an update on this analysis. And then I'll probably be taking profits in 2 weeks, or at least taking partials. So you guys could check back in for that as well. If it doesn't go my way, then I won't have any profits to take. But if it does, then you guys will see that. And I won't show my profits on the screen, but I'll just tell you pretty much around the profit percentage that I made. All right. So AUD Swiss franc entering now at market price, looking to take it up. So yeah, pretty much demand taking it up. Demand taking it up. Demand taking it up. Demand taking it up. So that's my basket. AUD USD, AUD Swiss franc, GBP USD, GBP Swiss franc, NZD USD, NZD Swiss franc. All have a bias of buying for the long term. This is a higher time frame perspective analysis. I'm going to check the chat, see if anybody has any questions. Hey, Anna NG Benjamin, 65. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I missed your message. It was a little bit of a while since you messaged me, but currently trading AUD, GBP, and NZD pairs with correlation divergence. Alrighty, let me see if I have any messages. right. So I'm gonna hop back on uh, to see if I can contact some people. I just got some people messaging me, so yeah, I'm just closing some positions right now that I held already. Some of them are in profit, so I'm just gonna take some profits off, and then I'm gonna swing the rest of the position into next week, the next couple weeks. So hopefully you guys entered with me. Um, all of my positions are in profit right now. All right, just be patient with me, guys. We'll continue in 10 minutes. I just want to take some profits. I got a lot of charts to go through. Okay. The charts are not going anywhere, guys, so be patient. I got to take profits, so I'm just moving slowly through my orders. Just got to reduce my risk in the market. I don't necessarily move my stop losses. I just reduce my position size. All right, so I think I got 2 more charts. Okay, I don't understand why it's not updating. Guys, I just trade on MetaTrader on my phone. Um, I have an expert advisor that I've created that I use to take entries on my laptop. Message me if you want to learn more about the expert advisor. All right, everything's basically blue now. Everything's in profit, moving as expected. Let's see how much I've made so far. All right, so I'm up $100. Like I said, I trade with small position size, so that's good for today. Um, we're gonna hold these positions, trade the positions. I don't really scalp the market, but if I see profit, I'm gonna take it. Let's see if I got any questions in the chat. All right. Hey, bro. Yeah, I'm on live right now. You can hop on through the link I sent you. I'm looking at charts on TradingView, so please check it out. This video analysis will be done every week, so please hop on from the link I sent you. Thank you. Yeah, so I think I might have shared the wrong link. Just go to that link and you'll see the live analysis. Um, yeah, so I'm doing these analysis every week. So when you hop on, just leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, bro.
Please leave your message for 3. Please leave your message for 3, 4.
right. So let's get back on the charts. Hold on. I got a message. All right, so let's go through the basket one more time. Looking at AUD for the buy. Looks like price is already moving up. Going to actually get rid of these trade ideas. Matter of fact, let me make this stop. All right, so I got 100 pip stop loss. Be mindful that my stop loss is a little bit larger than the normal stop loss. But because of the time frame that I'm on, I do need to keep that time frame in perspective. So please understand that the reason why my stop loss is larger is because I'm on a higher time frame. So it just ran through. I'm trading AUD USD, AUD Swiss franc, GBP USD, GBP Swiss franc, NZD USD, NZD Swiss franc, and I'm gonna go look at some news. So give me 1 second. Let's read some news for this morning. All right, so I use FXCM market analysis. Um, I follow Russell Shore. He also has a podcast, so you guys check him out. Um, I believe FXCM is actually a broker that's recommended, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, FXCM is a broker that's recommended, so we should be good to go. All right, so about a week ago, they talked about the US dollar dropping. So I'm just going to read through that article real quick. US dollar drops as Fed press conference offers little pushback. So that was actually 2 days ago. Sorry. So he was looking at the 10-year bonds and noticed a breakdown of price. Um, so the Fed hiked rates by 25 basis points. However, the Fed chair perhaps mistakenly loosened markets when he stated If we feel like we've gone too far and inflation is coming down faster than we expect, then we have tools that would work on that. The press conference offered little pushback against current market thinking. This caused risk assets to rally and money to rotate out of safety. So that's essentially what we're doing. We're trading a risk on fundamental analysis right now. All right, so yeah, they're basically saying that the way that the U.S. dollar basket has dropped is a clear sign of money rotating back into risk, and that's pretty much it. Let's look at some crypto news. All right, so Bitcoin hits new 6-month highs after the Fed's feeble pushback. So this was written 4 minutes ago. So saying after the collapse in 2022, it was helped by partly by the optimism of a less aggressive Fed, which is detrimental to the U.S. dollar. Like I said, short the dollar, short the dollar. The central bank moderated the pace of tightening in December and downshifted again on Wednesday with a small 0.25% rate increase. The Fed is more hawkish as its latest summary of economic projections suggests 2 more such hikes and a median terminal rate of 5.1%. So let's see. Even though Chair Powell reiterated this view and retained its hawkish stance, resistance against these expectations was not forceful, as he did not validate the SEP and did not explicitly rule out looser policy. Bitcoin took the opportunity to move into profits, now eyeing the August highs. Taking that out could open the door to 27,000, 28,000 range, but we're still cautious about such prospects. On the other hand, the cryptocurrency is a bit tame today, and a pullback may be required for further advance. As such, we can see downward pressure, but a strong catalyst would be required for a test of the key 20,000 region. Caution is needed ahead since the economic calendar includes more releases ahead, including the U.S. employment report on Friday. So that will be tomorrow. All right. And then let's look at global markets. All right. So Powell adds nothing new in interview. Markets pop. Powell's interview saw market volatility, but prices popped with the Fed chair not sounding any more aggressive about raising interest rates. Excuse me. Fed Chair Jerome Powell spoke at the Economics Club of Washington. He said the disinflationary process has started. It's less notable in the services sector. Here, the Fed wants more progress in services, housing, and is monitoring labor costs. The Fed chair wasn't more aggressive than last week. It is possible that the Fed is viewing it with a pinch of salt. Powell said rates need to rise, but this is nothing new. The market discounted the bad news last year and is ignoring it in 2023. This is a bullish sign. Given the time value of money, markets are looking forward to 6 to 9 months. They're seeing a Fed pivot. Future values are also looking positive. These support present market prices. All right, so that was an article by Russell Shore. Any old articles? Let's look at the indices. I want to see something about SPX. Okay. Better employment cost shift mood to risk on at SPS 500 cash open. This was a day ago by Russell Shore. Looking at the 10-year versus the SPS 500. The potential for a wage spiral seems exaggerated. The employment cost index is 1.0% quarter per quarter. This is lower than the forecast of 1.1% and the previous 1.2%. Tomorrow, the Fed will hike by 25 basis points and release a statement. The lower than anticipated cost will be welcomed by the central bank. The real rate spiked down following the release with money moving back into risk. SPX jumped on the hourly. Okay, so SPX is trading in its daily bullish channel. The better employment costs have improved market mood, and that yeah, he's talking about some indicators. So he basically said that some of the indicators will connote a bullish swing is underway. All right. And then let's look at stocks. All right. Well, they're talking about earnings forecasts. We're not going to get too much into that. So we'll just leave that alone. Let's look at commodities. Um, all right. So gold supported at key tech levels after Mr. Powell's speech. This was written 42 seconds ago. Last Friday's blowout employment report from the United States sparked significant hawkish repricing around the monetary policy path, now embracing the Fed's terminal rate projection. CME's Fed Watch tool assigns the highest probability to rates peaking at 5.25% from 5.0% previously, pointing to more 25 basis points hikes. Expectations for rate cuts within the year moderated, but there's still room for such an outcome. During yesterday's appearance, Chair Powell said that he was surprised by how strong Friday's jobs report was, but this did not seem to change his messaging much. He believes that financial conditions are now more well aligned with the central bank's view on rates and overall retained his hawkish stance. He also warned of potentially more rate increases than what is priced in if we continue to get strong labor market reports or higher inflation reports. Once again, though, he did not offer anything overly hawkish and did not appear to be particularly forceful nor assertive, speaking a lot about the disinflationary process which has begun. This allowed markets to focus on the dovish parts of his speech, and the US dollar is under pressure. Short the dollar. Gold has slumped at the end of the previous week due to the NFP-fueled rate expectations repricing and breached the critical, indicator levels. This creates risk for further losses, but we struggle to see sustained weakness below this region. Despite the recent decline, XAU gold runs a profitable week as Chair Powell was once again not overly hawkish and retakes, some indicator. Um, as much as we can see a rebound back above 1900, uh, although a catalyst will be required for higher highs. So we're looking bullish on gold, short the dollar, short the dollar. All right, and then let's go back one. All right, so U.S. oil slides despite upbeat Chinese data and improved IMF outlook. The commodity runs its second negative week and will have a hard time avoiding a losing month as investors brace for the central bank bonanza and other events. Monetary policy decisions by the European Central Bank and Bank of England are expected on Thursday, with U.S. Fed kicking things off tomorrow. Markets price in another downshift in the pace of tightening by the Fed, with a smaller 25 basis points rate increase, but seem to grow wary of any hawkish signals. Policymakers have not pushed back against that projection, but have maintained a clearly hawkish stance. And the last dot plot suggests a higher terminal rate, median of 5.1%, than the one markets anticipate. U.S. oil extends its losses today as the European sessions gets underway, and this keeps it exposed to the broader 72 to 70 region. However, a strong catalyst will be needed for a test, and the sustained weakness below this area continues to look difficult. On the other hand, China's reopening is supportive, and today's data show that the manufacturing sector expanded for the first time since September, with a PMI print of 50.1 for December. Furthermore, the International Monetary Fund raised its 2023 global GDP forecast to 2.9% from 2.7% previously, although this is still lower than the 3.4% estimated growth of the previous year. All right, so that's pretty much that. And then let me check something. All right, so I'm looking at Oanda. I got an article here by Craig Erlam that was released today. So posted 2 hours ago. China boosts oil, gold edges higher. So stronger China buoys oil. Oil is heading for a strong week of gains, wiping out last week's losses as analysts continue to be encouraged by China's transition to living with COVID. While the buzzword for large parts of the global economy this year is resilience, when it comes to China, it's more of a question of just how strongly it will bounce back. The assumption, once they began removing restrictions, was that the first quarter or two would be tough, but the second half of the year would see growth unleashed, backed by fiscal and monetary measures. Now it would appear those expectations are being brought forward, which should stimulate demand for oil and other commodities. While oil has been somewhat range-bound over recent months, a stronger Chinese recovery could well strongly test those upper limits. Guys, I'm going to check the chat in just a couple minutes. Gold, deeper correction on the cards. Gold may be in the green on Friday. He says he's not convinced that it's particularly bullish. I don't have that same perspective, but I still would like to hear what he says. The yellow metal has moved into correction phase over the last week or so, and while the back end of last week saw it fall quite sharply, there may be further to go. We'll see how that plays out. It's been a week of consolidation and clawing back some losses, but it struggled to gather any real momentum in that. And for a fourth day yesterday, it ended the session well off its highs, while 1830 is the next technical support area. Below is what intrigues him should it get that far. So we'll see how gold moves. I'm thinking it's going to rally based on the fact that I'm already trading against the dollar. So, yeah, pretty much that is the news. So let me check the chat real quick and then we'll look at the upcoming news for the market. All right. So all right. So AUD USD. Looking at this, we had a pullback last week, so I'm looking for the buy entry for this next week, or well, this week that just ended. So yeah, we're looking probably that we'll close dojis on these candles, and then next week, yeah, last week we're bearish. This week looks like indecision. So next week I'm looking to take a buy. All right, same thing for this. Reacting off the demand, looking to enter the buys for next week. All right, same thing. NZD USD, looking to take the buys for next week. NZD Swiss franc, looking to take the buys for next week. So we entered these positions on at 9 o'clock. So you guys can trade with me, get some experience in the market. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Just message me. I'm streaming from TradingView, so I'm always available on TradingView if you have any questions. All right, so what I'm going to do now is take a look at the news for next week. So I use investing.com. Goodness. All right, sorry about that. I had to mute myself for a second. Anyways, okay, so we're going to look at the economic calendar for next week. Just give me a second. I'm going to clean it up. Clean it up. All right, so we're on investing.com looking at some news. So we already had some news today. We had some GBP Euro news at 9. So we got some speeches. Not too worried about that. I only look at the medium to high importance news. I don't look at low importance at all. Excuse me. So it seems like we got some USD news to look out for later on today. GBP a little bit, AUD Japanese yen. So let's look for next week. All right, so on Monday, Swiss franc, AUD. Let me take the Japanese yen off. I don't even need that anymore. All right, so all right, cool. So on Tuesday we got some GBP news around 2, but we don't trade that time. Let's see, 8:30 we got some USD news, of course CPI. Then we got a speech later on, crude oil stock later that day. Wednesday, let's see, 9 o'clock Euro news, 8:30 USD news, retail sales. 9 o'clock Euro has a speech. Sorry. 9:15 through the rest of the day, USD has some news coming out. Then later on in the day, Australia has some employment news. Thursday, let's see, 8:30, we got some building permit news, core PPI, housing, jobless claims, Fed employment. Then we got a speech around 8:45. 10 a.m. Europe has a speech. And then we got some USD news later on that day, as well as Europe and Australia. And then what we're most worried about is on Friday, next Friday. So next Friday, we have export price index, import price index news that we could watch out for and see, how that affects the market. But that's the most important news, Friday news. Other than that, the rest of the week is just to see how, price is going to fluctuate. But we're mostly looking for the news that's around our entry so we can make sure, it's nothing important that will, mess us up. So let's go back to today. So we can see that the only news we had to worry about today was 2 speeches. So that's not a big enough reason to not want to enter the market. So I think we're fine for today. And then let's go back to the charts. I'm going to add gold to my charts. Okay, so gold is looking like pretty much the same setup that we had before. Let me get rid of this. It's looking for a pullback, which happened, but I didn't catch the entry. So yeah, this is looking like a pullback as well. So this candle might close with indecision, and then the next candle, we'd be looking to take it up. If gold rises, then I think these bonds will keep falling. I'm not sure. We'll figure out the bond thing. And so our stream is going to end in 5 minutes. So make sure to tune in next week. Follow my trades as well as follow the fundamental analysis that I'm doing. Each week, I hope to get better on my fundamental analysis. So, please stick it out with me as we're learning, this new type of analysis together. I've already mastered technical analysis, so I'm no longer worried about that. For me now, it's just understanding fundamentals, news, all of that good stuff. So please tune in next week. Same time, 9 o'clock. That's going to be the official time change to 9 o'clock, but I will be live from 8:30. We also have a team meeting after these calls, so make sure to ask me if you want to join those team meetings. And yeah, that's everything I got for you guys today. So go to my page. Leave. All right, so some of my ideas were restricted, but I have pretty much all of my entries already on the charts. Last week I was looking for entry, but unfortunately price pulled back right at my entry. So this week we're looking to catch the continuation from that pullback. And I think we are going to get a better entry this week, actually. So yeah, these are my trade ideas. Check them out. Swiss franc, USD, GP Swiss franc, GP USD, AUD Swiss franc, AUD USD. All the pairs, sorry, that I trade. As you can see, and then follow me on TradingView, follow me, and I have more scripts and things that I'm looking to publish, but for now, all my indicators that I use are through TradingView, but more are being created. So definitely message me if you're interested in getting some indicators for MT4. It'll probably be some time before they are created for TradingView. But like I said, I have an expert advisor, ForexFreeClub. Divergent correlation expert advisor is officially released. So please ask me if you're interested in that. It's a one-time payment, no licensing at all. So once you pay for it, it's yours completely. And if you have any questions, there's going to be a 30-minute consultation with the indicator. With the expert advisor. So, if you have any questions, they will be answered before you ever place the expert advisor on your chart. And by following us week by week, you'll learn how to trade the expert advisor with ease. So, yeah, definitely message me. All right, so let me go back to my charts. All right, so AUD/USD, what time frame is this? All right, so I believe this could be the weekly time frame. Yeah. All right, so as you can see, we're pretty bullish. I'm looking to clear these highs. Bullishness, grab the liquidity above here. Looking to grab the liquidity above here. It's been bullish. Probably going to sweep these highs. We already cleared the liquidity above here. Looking to take this out, then up more. All right, so this one's more consolidation, but it looks like we're at the bottom of our zone. So That's probably why they've been acting up, the Swiss franc pair. So this looks like we're going to at least clear these highs and then possibly look to clear these highs as well. Bullish at the lows, looking to clear these highs and then target these highs. At the lows, looking to clear these highs, then target these highs. So guys, that's it. 10 o'clock. Like I said, 9 to 10 a.m. every week. And this is the first one. Follow me, follow the journey. I'm trying to get funded and become a professional trader. So, this is the beginning. All right. Catch you guys next week.